Hi, I'm Brian with Whistler, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at our D24RS dash camera. You know, they say that good things come in small packages. Well, if that's true, this camera is great. You see the picture on the front of the box here. This is the actual size of the camera. Just about half the size of a credit card is the smallest camera that we offer, and yet in that small package we do manage to fit in all of the great features that you would expect from a full-size camera, including recording at 1080p full high definition. So let's go ahead and get this box open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so we've got everything pulled out of the box here. First thing we're going to want to take a look at is the owner's manual. This book has got all the instructions and information that you need for operating your camera, so definitely make sure you look through this first. Alright, now once you've recorded some videos, you're going to need to be able to play those videos back. So you've got a USB cable here. This is going to connect to a computer, and the other end will connect to the camera, and that will allow you to retrieve the videos directly from the camera. However, you may also have the option, it comes with an 8GB SD card. You can remove that SD card from the camera and use the included adapter here, insert it into this adapter, and then plug this into your computer and retrieve the video files that way. Alright, so we've also got the 12-volt power cord here. This is going to be used to plug into the 12-volt outlet in your vehicle, and then the other end will plug into the camera to provide power to it. It's a 10-foot long cable, so that gives you plenty of options. You can run that cable pretty much anywhere you need it to go. I've also got a little reset key here. If you ever need it, there's a reset button on the bottom of the camera, and this can be used to activate that button. Okay, and as you can see, now this is a pretty small camera. And along with a small camera, you get a small mounting bracket. So once you've got these two even together up on the windshield, it's not going to take up very much space, and it's not going to block your view. So to mount this on the windshield, first thing we're going to want to do is take our bracket, and we're going to want to pull back on this lever here. And that's going to release the pressure from the suction cup. Now what we can do is the little T-bracket here on the end of the windshield mount is going to slide right into the slot that's on top of the camera. So we'll just line those two up, and with a little bit of pressure, because it is a fairly tight fit, we're going to slide that right in there, and that's going to hold on pretty good on its own. Alright, so now we're going to take the suction cup and press it up against our windshield. Once we've got it on the glass where we want it, we just push forward on this lever, and that's going to lock it into place, putting pressure on the suction cup. Once we've got the camera mounted where we need it to be, we can also turn the camera and angle it how we want it using this articulated joint. Once we've got it mounted and pointed where we want it, you're just going to turn this thumb screw here, and that's going to tighten it down to hold that camera exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get this plugged in and turned on, and I'll show you some of the features. Okay, so now that we've got the camera plugged in and turned on, let's go ahead and look in the menu and take a look at some of the options that we have. When you first power the camera on, it's going to automatically start recording, which is indicated by the red flashing dot up here. Now to get into the menu, we need to stop the recording. So to do that, we're going to press the OK button, and then the red dot goes away. Now if we press the menu button, which is the button up here at the top with the lines, that first time we press it is going to put us into the video mode. In the video mode, we can use the arrow keys on the side of the camera here to navigate through our choices. So we arrow down to the resolution. This is going to choose the quality of the video that we record. Now, by default, it's going to be set for full high definition video. That's 1080p. We also have the option for high definition, which is 720, and then VGA. The higher quality video you record, the less recording time you have, but the image quality is obviously going to be better. So most people are going to want to leave that on full high definition. The next option that we have here is loop recording. The way that this camera records, it records in short video segments. The default is set up for 3 minutes. What that's going to do is the video camera is going to record for 3 minutes, and it's going to continue to record, but it starts a new video file on the SD card. And it's going to continue to do this until the SD card gets full. Once the SD card is full, it's going to go back and erase the oldest video file in order to make room for a new one. Three minutes is probably going to be sufficient for most people. Alright, the next option that we have is audio recording. So this you can choose whether or not your microphone is turned on, whether or not the video also records your audio. Exposure is going to adjust the brightness of the picture. So if your camera is recording and things are a little bit too dark, you can increase the exposure to brighten things up, or the other way around, if it's too bright, you can decrease the exposure to darken things up a little bit. Next option here is the date stamp. We can choose whether or not the date and time are recorded on the video. And then the last one here is the G sensor. Now what the G sensor is going to do is, if the camera senses enough of an impact or enough sudden motion, it's going to trigger a response that will lock whichever video file is currently being recorded. If the video file gets locked or protected, when it comes around to do the loop recording, when it comes around to erase the oldest video files, it will not erase any video files that are protected. That way, if you are in an accident, you don't have to worry about that video file accidentally getting erased and recorded over. Okay, so now if we press the menu button again, it's going to take us over into the setup menu. And this is probably one of the first things you'll want to do when you get the camera out of the box, is go in here and set your date and time. So with date and time highlighted, we're going to press the OK button. And then once we're in this menu, the highlighted value, we can use the arrow keys to adjust that value to where we need to set it. And then to go to the next value, we hit the OK button, and then we use the arrow keys to set that, and then continue through until you have all of your date and time set. Once you've got all that done, you can press the menu button one time to exit that. Then we have several other options here. While you're recording, if you ever run into a spot where your SD card gets full, you may need to come in here and format your SD card. When you do that, you go to the format option and hit OK. And then it gives you one more chance to confirm, because when you do this, it will erase all of the video files off of the camera, including any protected video files. So make sure before you do this that there's no video files on the card that you need to keep. So once you hit OK on here, it's going to give you a little message that is complete, and then it's all done. Now if we're ready, we can hit the menu button once more to exit the menu. And then once we're ready, we can hit the OK button to start recording again. Alright, so this is the D24RS dash camera from Whistler. You can check out more of our videos on our YouTube channel, or for more product information, you can visit our website at whistlergroup.com, and we thank you for watching.